Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's Katania Alvin, and this is part 6, Smart Meters and EMR, the health crisis of our time. This is Dr. Dietrich Klingard, very well informed of the dangers of smart meters and all things that put out EMRs. So this is part 6, and it's starting at 18.28. where he's talking about the importance of actually having pre-birth understanding of what mothers and fathers need to know. So here we go, and I'm speaking from London.
That we need what is called preconception healthcare. If somebody is planning on becoming pregnant, moms and dads need to know this information, that they have to protect the sleeping location of the mother from these fields that are absolutely tweaking the epigenome and the genes of the fetus that grows in there, predicting that this child will never reach its true genetic potential later in life because these early exposures. So one of the points I'm trying to make here is, if the fetus is exposed to microwave from cell phone radiation or from ambient man-made fields in the house, the fetus is affected by a factor of hundreds times stronger than a grown-up, fully grown-up brain. Even damage is somewhat contained. On becoming pregnant, moms and dads need to know this information, that they have to protect the sleeping location of the mother from these fields that are absolutely tweaking the epigenome and the genes of the fetus that grows in there, predicting that this child will never reach its true genetic potential later in life.
That's so shocking to even consider how many people are suffering
because these early exposures. So one of the points I'm trying to make here is, if the fetus is exposed to microwave from cell phone radiation or from ambient man-made fields in the house, the fetus is affected by a factor of hundreds times stronger than a grown-up, fully grown-up brain, even though it's not harmless for the grown-up brain, but the damage is somewhat contained. So we have what I call nighttime technologies to protect people, which is the most important time. At nighttime, all the fuses have to be off. That means those fuses also switch off the breaker switch, also switches off the wireless internet. It switches off all telephone support systems. It switches off your alarm systems, which are equally bad. It switches off everything, every appliance inside the house. It probably does not switch off the smart meter. You know what I mean?
Now, I tried this. In fact, we changed the cordless phone to an ordinary corded phone, and also for 3 nights I turned off the electricity. It made a huge difference. I turned it off at the fuses, and give yourself a chance to do that and see the difference.
I've had some smart meters that were on the same electric system that you could actually switch off with the fuses, and others you couldn't. It's at nighttime. You also need the protection from the incoming cell phone radiation. And for my patients, we do the earthing pad, where we carefully test out where we earthing it, where we grounding the wire that comes off that. So that's the most important part for the nighttime. Now then there is daytime technologies. Admittedly, at daytime, most people need the electric system on. So the first thing that we do, we use the Stetzer filters, which have been shown to be effective biologically, that there is less biological stress in the people that are in a room that has the Stetzer filters in the outlets.
I'm putting these things in the description box for you, okay, because I've already looked them up and searched them.
Filters reduce the dirty electricity. I know Graham Stetzer has gotten a lot of opposition from that, but Mark de Havers, professor in Canada, has shown very clearly that the Stetzer filter reduce the biological damage that the fields are doing to us. Now, during the daytime, it is not allowed to have cordless phones in the house. That frequency is to kind of make that point maybe clearer. During German mathematician has calculated the energy delivery. When you have 2 rooms over, you have the little space station for the cordless phone with a little antenna, and you go in the bedroom 2 rooms away. The field strength that you're getting when you're sleeping there,
listen to this, I was shocked,
is equivalent as if you had a 737 Boeing jet engine running at full speed next to your pillow next to you.
my God. Yes, a Boeing 737, did he say, running at full speed, the same equivalent energy bombardment.
The sound and the energetics of it are the same as if you have a silent, quiet, cordless phone in the kitchen. It's absolutely destructive to the human health, and probably amongst all the things that we're discussing, the smart meter is number 1 now in terms of devastation to our system, but the cordless phone is number 2. It's worse than the incoming cell phone tower radiation. And so daytime technology, people are not allowed to have wireless internet in the house. It is a huge source of electropollution and of high frequency fields. They're not allowed to have a cordless phone. We're paying careful attention now to the energy saving light bulbs.
And of course I've realized wireless is the Wi-Fi. Yeah.
They also give off high frequency radiation that's devastating to the health. So my patients have to go back to use the traditional incandescent light bulbs, which are now available on the internet as heat lamps. But they're the same light bulbs. They just become instantly more expensive because they're now a rare item. Or they have to pay more money and get LED lights into the house. But
so LED is okay.
As a daytime technology, the new energy-saving light bulbs, the compact fluorescent lights, are a completely unacceptable technology. It gives both high-frequency wavelengths that are devastating to the brain, plus it's mercury vapor-based, and the frequency of mercury piggybacks on the light and makes people toxic and mobilizes toxins in the body that are then swishing around, finding, the body stores mercury and other toxins in places where it causes the least damage. The compact fluorescents stir that up. The mercury gets displaced now into the brain, into the spinal cord, into the hormone-producing glands, and it's devastating. So
it is so shocking. One needs to hear this. One really needs to hear this, because then start to look for, make the changes. Make the changes. He knows what he's talking about.
Daytime technology, no wireless inside the house, go back to broadband. No cordless phones, go back to cordless phones. Or there's one type of phone that you can buy that is innocent. It's just much more expensive. And no compact fluorescent lights in the house. That's a good start for most people.
Says, I have no doubt in my mind that at the present time the greatest polluting element in the Earth's environment is the proliferation of electromagnetic fields. I consider that to be the far greater on a global scale than warming, which in my knowledge is a load of trumped up trash. Oh, I don't want to use trumped up trash, but is trash. It's being created by the Bilderberger committee, as it's a scam. And the increase of chemical elements in the environment. And that was Robert Becker. I've got his books because Grandpa, or Colin, was very involved in his work. This is Catania Alvin saying this is the end of part 6, and I shall make a part 7 as well, because there's so much information in this. So look in the description box for the whole video. God bless, and have a wonderful day, and look out for part 7. God bless, and remember to look in the description box. God bless you all.